To understand how your eyes process light, you need to know some things about light itself. First, light acts the same regardless of its source. It doesn't matter if the light comes from the sun, light bulbs, or candles. And your eyes don't care if the light is a direct source that emits light or a reflection of light. The moon doesn't produce its own light, but the light reflected off it impacts us the same way. There are no unique properties to moonlight, despite romantic song lyrics to the contrary. So we don't need separate receptors for sunlight, moonlight, lamps, and candles. One system will handle everything. Second, light varies in intensity. Obviously, the closer you are to a light source, the brighter it will be. The same holds true for reflections off objects. The strength of a reflection depends on the relative distance of the object, the light source, and you. Intensity will be high if an object, the light, and you are all close to each other, but it will be less intense the further you or the light are away from the object. To accommodate for these differences in light intensities, your eyes have two types of receptors, rods and cones. Rods are for low light intensity conditions. They don't provide very precise images and they can't see color. Your daylight receptors are called cones. They work best in bright light. They are also your color detectors. The third thing you need to know about light is that it reflects. So your eye needs some way to absorb stray light reflections, or the image won't be sharp. Some people have pigment between their photoreceptors, but albinos like me don't have pigment there. So light bounces around the inside of the eye, causing the image on the retina to be less sharp. It's sort of like watching television in a bright room. Fourth, objects absorb light. When sunlight hits an object, some is absorbed into the surface and some light is reflected. But it's not just the amount of light that is absorbed. Objects absorb only some colors and reflect the rest. If a chair looks red, it has absorbed all the other colors and reflects the red. If an object is blue, it has absorbed all the colors except blue. So the colors we see are the leftovers. We see whatever hasn't been absorbed. White is the presence of all colors. Nothing is absorbed. Virtually all of it is reflected into our eyes. And black is the absence of color. It absorbs nearly everything. So there's nothing left over to reflect into our eyes. Fifth, light travels in a straight line. It doesn't go around corners. It can only go straight, which is why we get shadows. But light can be bent. In your eyes, the process is called refraction. Here's how it works. The cornea is a clear dome that covers your eye. Not only does it protect your eye from damage, but its shape bends the light entering your eye. The curve of the cornea focuses light onto a small region of the retina. Once light has had its course adjusted by the cornea, the lens in your eye changes shape to provide fine focus adjustments. But the majority of your clear vision comes from the cornea's impact on light. That's why the imperfections on the cornea, called astigmatism, make it hard to see. When you are wearing glasses, you're mostly compensating for the shape of your cornea. Instead of lenses, maybe we should call them artificial corneas. My, don't you look nice today in your artificial corneas. Without the cornea and lens, light would enter your eyes straight and unfocused, and you would not be able to see clearly.